Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video prediction for next week's episode of The Walking Dead, which is Season 3, Episode 2, called Sick. Now, this video will contain spoilers, and anyone who has not seen the first episode so far, spoilers for the first episode, not the second, because obviously it's not out yet, but spoilers for the first episode, anybody in the UK that somehow missed the stream and didn't see the Walking Dead last night, don't scroll down, because people in the comments, we're going to be talking about it, we're going to be making predictions, so I don't want anything to get ruined for you. But if you're on the internet, searching around and that kind of stuff on YouTube, it's probably already been spoiled for you what happens anyway. Your best bet is to watch it as soon as you can, or stay off the internet until you do. At least YouTube, in terms of Walking Dead videos and stuff, because the comments will be littered with spoilers. So I'll try to avoid that. So leave now if you haven't seen it. Everybody else, I expect that you've seen the first episode of Season 3, which was Seed, and now we're leading up to 6. So obviously the huge event at the end of the first episode, the premiere, which I thought really made the premiere a lot better, Herschel getting bitten on the leg. Now, in my review, I mentioned that I thought that was sort of similar to the scene with Dale in the comic books, but that was actually not accurate. Now, that sort of thing does happen to Dale. It's later on, a little bit later on, and it's not the exact same event. The one that seems the most like it is actually where a character named Alan, who is not even in the TV show at all, at least, yeah, he's not in the TV show whatsoever. He's in the comic book series, but he has a really small role, like almost insignificant in terms of the long span of things. This is him right here inside it, and as you can see there's the walker that bites him on the back of the ankle. So the scene with Herschel was actually more reminiscent of this scene from the comic books with Alan than it is with Herschel. Now, that being said, in the comic books, Alan does bleed out, and he does die from the bite, and from Rick also axing it off. And the funny thing is, in the comic books, Alan has that happen. Then Rick and the group bring him back, and Herschel tells him how he's done it all wrong. Let me show you here. So here's Rick, and he's axing it, right? And then Herschel comes out, and he sees what he's done. And Herschel's like, "Oh my God, what have you done?" There he is right there. "You've done this all wrong." And then he ends up, bleeding out and dying. So it's kind of funny that that's how it was in the comic book series. And then the TV show, Herschel's the one who ends up getting that. So that's in trade paperback number 4, The Heart's Desire. Not sure which issue exactly. You'd have to look it up. But it actually, the events with Herschel actually looks more like Alan in the comic book series than it does Dale. Dale later on survives the bite and just uses like a peg leg. So let's start the discussion up now. What you guys think is going to happen? Do you think Herschel will survive, or do you think he will bleed out and die? There is a sneak peek preview video. I'll put the link in the description. That's already been put up. It's about a minute long for Sick, next week's episode. And basically, it's Rick and the group bringing Herschel back into his bed, and Carol is tending to him and kind of showing that she's actually useful, which I didn't know she was, and that she actually, is able to handle that kind of stuff, at least better than a lot of the rest of the group, especially the males and stuff. So that's kind of cool. You also have Beth and Maggie also there, distraught, of course, because of what happened to Herschel and getting bitten and everything. So that's that. I'm going to make a prediction. See, this is tough to say because Dale survived it when a similar thing happened to him, and Alan didn't. Alan bled out and died. I'm going to make a prediction. I'm going to say that I think that Herschel probably will survive it. I think that it'd be more interesting if he did. If they killed him now, it would kind of feel like, yeah, it would suck and everything. But I think it'd be more interesting if he did survive it. Sort of like last year's premiere, Carl gets shot, right? If you guys remember, and then he survives it too. And it's more interesting because he's still in the story. Herschel's a great character too, and I think that he probably should survive it. Will he? I don't know. It's hard to say because Alan didn't, and the event is more similar to Alan and what happened to him, the way it was inside the prison and everything. Because Dale was bitten, but it was on like the outside of the prison, like outside of a fence, and it was like a walker that was near a car that bit him on the ankle or the leg type area. So that's that. I'm predicting that I don't think Herschel will die. I hope he won't, because I think he's a great character. He's really interesting to have in the TV series. And Rick kind of needs him too, because the baby's going to be coming soon. You know, maybe they can, fix him some kind of like a peg or something that he could use. They say they can't cauterize the wound, so they'll have to just try to keep pressure on it and all that kind of stuff, and elevate it and see if maybe hopefully he can pull through. So we'll see what happens with it. Man, it's so exciting. Such a great season. Other thoughts would be basically the group of 5 other people that they see, the prison inmates. I don't really have too much to say about them now, other than the fact that it seems like Rick's group probably won't really be talking to them yet. Maybe they'll see them next episode, or maybe it'll be the episode after that. I mean, I don't know if we'll see them next week for sure. The bio or the description for the episode reads this: after a traumatic event, a life hangs in the balance. Complicating matters, the group must also deal with a potential threat to their new surroundings. So that could be referring to the prison inmates, and maybe they do meet with them after they try to get Herschel back and get him, more into better conditions. So we'll see what happens with all of that. Really excited for next week's episode, and look forward every week to a review, and then within the next day or two, prediction video for next week's episode, as well as discussion topics and that kind of stuff. If you guys have any discussion topics, write them below, and I'll do videos about them. We'll talk about them. Lots of fun. Anyway, that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you in a few. It's Trev, saying peace.